All right, welcome back, everybody. So 23 minutes past 6, let's get into our detailed update of the COVID stats in South Africa. So as of the 20th of August, these were the figures we released last night. This is the cumulative number of cases in the respective provinces. Gauteng, 202,955. KwaZulu-Natal, 108,080. The Western Cape, 103,616. The Free State, the Eastern Cape, 84,586. The Free State, 33,665. The Northwest, 23,868. Mpumalanga is at 22,459. Limpopo, 12,806. And the Northern Cape is at 8,575. The tests conducted so far, we're sitting at 3.48 million tests overall. The confirmed cases in South Africa, if you add all of those numbers together, you get just under 600,000 cases in South Africa, 599,940. The recovery rate, look at that, 497,169, which basically means that there are only 90,103 active cases in South Africa presently. The death toll is sitting at 12,618. And the numbers announced last night, 3,880.
Right, let's take a look at those provincial increases in the last 24-hour cycle. Gauteng recording 944 new cases, KZN 809, Western Cape 406 and 224 new positive cases of COVID-19 reported in the Eastern Cape. The Free State saw a rise of 502, Northwest Province 227, Mpumalanga 392, Limpopo 862 and the Northern Cape 234. And then also the number of deaths, and this is a cumulative number since the start of these recordings, and Gauteng has a death toll of 3,144, KZN 1,824, Western Cape 3,688. The Eastern Cape has recorded 2,696 fatalities, Free State 567, Northwest Province 214, Mpumalanga also 214, Limpopo 1,171 and 100 in the Northern Cape.
Right, we've got a 7-day forecast for you now, and this is, of course, looking at last week Friday up until the numbers we got last night. So we'll just look at those columns now. From last Friday, we had recoveries at 461,734. We've now gone up since the last report to 497,169 recoveries. So steady increase over there. The death toll has increased by just over 1,000 since last week. We were at 11,556 on Friday, the 14th. Now, as of the numbers last night, we're sitting at 12,618. So the new cases, you can see, have really stayed below 4,000 for most of this week, and have been, hovering around the 3,500 to 2,500 range. And yes, we did see a bit of a jump up to 3,880 last night. So, but you can see the numbers are well below where we were at one stage, reporting 15,000 cases a day. Quick look at the global rate now, Sakina. So the confirmed cases around the world, 22 million and 5. That's 22.5 million is what the number says. The recoveries are sitting at 14.4 million, and the death toll is at 790,000 worldwide reported. In terms of the infection rate, still the United States at 5.6 million, and we're going to talk about the US presidential election coming up. And I must say the Democrats are using these numbers as a big campaign tool, just saying how President Trump was really not the man to lead the US through this pandemic, and saying how in the beginning particularly he basically said it's like a flu, it'll disappear and go away, live your lives as you'd like to. And these are the numbers we're looking at. So that's just some of the criticisms we have coming his way. We're going to talk to that in our trends as well. So that's the US, and again reporting 1,369 deaths, and then South Africa is still up there in the top 5, but I see it's been rounded off to 600,000. We're not there yet, we're just a few under in terms of reported cases, but I suppose rounding off is what they do there.
Right, let's move on to those trending topics. First up, hashtag RIP Faith Milwana. Please take that picture down, and I'll tell you why. The picture is apparently the wrong picture. I've just seen that. That is not the child in question. So Faith Milwana is a 10-year-old girl from Khayelitsha in Cape Town, and apparently little Faith was playing with a friend, went missing, and then her body was discovered. She'd been severely stabbed and raped. So it saddens one to say another child.
Yeah, indeed. Another child.
It's just the statistics adding up, and it is so unpalatable.
So just to elaborate further on what you said about the photograph, this is something that's doing the rounds on social media. What we're seeing is that the story is obviously a true story, but the photograph that's been posted is not of her. We need to look into that, but this is just something, I'm not sure how that happened, but it's not a nice thing to happen. It certainly isn't. So we'll look at that, but it's talking to the story, unfortunately, of little Faith Milwana, who was stabbed and killed.
Certainly is. And then this one seems to be trending every Friday now. Hashtag Futsek ANC. And this was, of course, sparked, Leanne. Remember, on the back of all the backlash the ANC was getting a few weeks back, and then the ANC put out hashtag ANC Friday, and the backlash was instantaneous, and the Twitterati coming back with hashtag Futsek ANC. And since then, before the ANC gets in, the Twitterati's out with hashtag Futsek ANC.
Yeah, it does. Every Friday from bright and early in the morning it starts. And then finally Joe Biden. I alluded to it a bit earlier, Sakina. You ran it in the news as well, just talking to the fact that Joe Biden has now officially accepted that position as the presidential nominee for the Democrats, and he gave his speech last night. Kamala Harris was, she's his running mate. One also questioning, about Joe Biden's age, 77 years old. That's how old Joe Biden is, and he's going into this race. And I don't know, it looks very presidential, but wow, 77 years old. Gosh, we keep on wanting to push the agenda of young people and trying to get the youth out there, and that's what the presidential candidate's age is. But I suppose that's experience as well. Not sure. I'd love to know what you think about that. But nonetheless, that's the presidential nominee. We knew that all along, but it was just confirmed by him in his speech last night or earlier this morning. All right, time for your headlines. Just gone 6:30 here on this Friday morning.